Hey guys, No Mind here. I did 200 ritual maps and we're going to talk about how much I made. I love ritual. I do it every league. I did this in T16.5 maps, which are the new memory influence maps. I didn't really focus on rolling the maps for profit. As long as I could do the maps, I would run it. So most of my profit was definitely from ritual. For scarabs, I used 2 scarabs of selectiveness, as you see here, ritual scarabs of abundance, and then 1 ritual scarab of the wisp. The way the ritual scarab of the wisp works, basically when you're doing the ritual, there's like a wisp that spawns, and as long as you just stay within the wisp like area of effect as you're killing monsters, it just gives you increased ritual tribute. Ritual Scarab of Selectiveness gives you 2 free rerolls and an additional roll. And we're using 2 of them, so we get 2 additional rolls, and then 4 of those rolls are basically free. Combined with our Atlas passive tree, which I'll have in the description, that gives you a total of 5 rerolls per map. And 4 of those rerolls are free, like we talked about. And also, we're using Ritual Scarab of Abundance. I use 2 because that is the limit, but basically, you're going to get the maximum amount of rewards in front of your eyes, which means the chance for finding good items, definitely goes up. Keep in mind, these are the most expensive scarabs here. I bought these ritual scarabs of selectiveness scarabs for basically 1-to-1, 1 chaos for 1 scarab. These ritual scarabs of abundance were a lot more pricier. As you can see here, they're 1 for 7 chaos, and sometimes I definitely did pay more. And I did use this scarab setup for all of my 200 maps. And lastly, we have the memory influence map, tier 16. Again, as long as I could run the mods, I ran them. I really didn't care about like the more maps or the more scarabs or the more currency modifiers on the map. And on average, I bought all of my 200 memory influence maps. So on average, I was paying earlier in the league, I was paying 20C per map, but then the prices went up. So I was paying definitely like 25 to 30 chaos per map. So here's a full breakdown, guys. Maps run 200. The map cost on divines is 24 divines. This is rounded up. The scarab cost, basically the total of every single scarab we used in the whole challenge, is 17 divines. So basically total cost of running the maps and divines. So basically these 2 columns added together, 41 divines. And then the total revenue from maps and divines is 313 divines. And then revenue subtracted from the cost is our total profit, which is 272 divines. And here is my wealthy exile data, guys. Basically, after every stream I hit sync, I had dedicated ritual tabs to track all my ritual returns. Divines, I have 240, and then audiences with the king, I have 28. I found all of these myself. You have these special King of the Mist rituals where each reroll gave you an audience with the king, and I just had to defer all of them, and I had enough tribute to do that. Omen of Blanchings, I have 9 of these currently in my stash tab, but these sell for 1 divine on the currency exchange. You just have to be patient. Like, you just like leave them overnight, like before you log off, you sell them for 1 divine each, and surprisingly, they're not worth 144 seed. They're worth 1 divine each because impatient people will definitely buy them, especially in bulk like that. We had 5 ambush scarabs of containment. They're pretty pricey right now. I did find a lot of prime chaotic resonators. I've sold a lot of these, but I still have 7 that I need to liquidate. Ritual vessels just from like the splinters if I had nothing better to grab. We actually made a ton of money on fossils. We have currently 8.6 divines in fossils. I did convert a lot of my fossils that I've found throughout the challenge into divines already. So this is just kind of what I have sitting in my stash tab right now, but it's all calculated here because, everything that I convert to divines is basically added up here. So, the results are the same. A lot of the memory influence maps, I know in this profit sheet right here, I am calculating the cost of all the 200 maps run if you were to buy them all. But I did find like 50, 60 of the memory influence maps. So like, this is if you were to buy all the maps right now, it would be 24 divines if you were to buy 200 maps. But I found most of them off the ground. So technically it wasn't 24 divines for me, but just to be consistent, I'm just kind of including it on here. And here's a clip of me selling the +1 to maximum power charges ring for 200 divines. It was definitely a lucky drop. That's kind of the elephant in the room, guys. Ritual is super high variance. We have to remember that, I also did find a +1 to maximum frenzy charges shield. I have a clip of it playing on the side here. All the cool moments, guys, they're all on my YouTube shorts. Just go check them out if you want to know like the big ritual moment. I also had a few moments where I found a stack of 4 divines in the ritual, but there were just like a lot of moments where it was just like a divine here and a divine there, and they were very easy to grab. Ritual is really good for finding synthesis bases, like the +1 to maximum power charges rings that we found, and then the +1 to maximum frenzy charges shield that we found. It's also good for fractured items, like for example, this spine bow right here. If we just look this up, this is definitely, minus for 6 divines, but I could easily sell it for 4 divines or maybe 3 divines. If you find the right base type with the right fracture and it's a tier 1 fracture, those can easily sell for tens of divines or, multiple divines very easily, guys. Again, guys, super high variance. Again, I have a lot of fractured items here and synthesis implicits here that I still haven't sold yet. So I haven't included these results in the video for the total revenue and profit and all that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Right now, currently on stream, we're in the process of running 50 audiences with the king. I will be live tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. Once I am done running those, I will definitely make a YouTube video about it. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm, and go follow me on my Twitch over at twitch.tv/NoMind. So the links should be in the description, guys. Again, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, and No Mind out. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.